Hello, my name is Ellie Barnes. I'm a writer, a librarian, and a lover of all things geeky, and today I want to share with you my two favorite board games of all time, Forbidden Island and the sequel, Forbidden Desert. These have both been played on Geek and Sundry's Tabletop. Oddly enough, they are the only games I have that I discovered before they were shown on Tabletop. And I can go on and on about how much I love Tabletop and how much it's introduced me to games and made me feel confident in picking out games and what games to play and all that sort of stuff. But that's an entirely different video. Let's just go over the games. Forbidden Island, essentially, the story is you are a group of explorers or archaeologists who are going to a forbidden island to find these 4 artifacts. Got them here. And once you get there, you realize that the island you're on is sinking. So you need to work together to get the artifacts, get back to the helipad, get in the helicopter, and get out of there before the island sinks into the ocean forever. So basically, if you fail, you all die. As should be obvious at this point, it's not a competitive game, it's a cooperative game. Everyone playing the game is working towards the same goal. That can be a lot of fun, and it's more fun to play this kind of game if you've got someone in the group who's a little competitive and you still want to play with them. It puts putting everyone on the same side can, avoid a certain amount of fights. You can play at different levels. I'm going to drop it. And you can play at different levels, which the levels essentially mean how far the island has sunk into the ocean before you get there, because it gets worse and worse as you're there. What makes this game so good for replay value is that when you're getting ready to set up the game, you take these tiles that represent the island and you sort of mix them together and then put them out in the formation you're told to. This means there are hundreds of different combinations for how the island may be laid out. And it's a different challenge every time based on how the island is laid out. You basically end up with a different board every time you play. And that makes it interesting and a different kind of a challenge every time you play. Now, Forbidden Island was a big hit, so they made Forbidden Desert, which again is cooperative. It is you build the board with little tiles, exactly as the other one. I'll pull out these before I explain that. You lay these little tiles out in the order you're supposed to, and you end up creating a different board for yourself every time because of it. This time you are looking for an ancient flying machine. Your helicopter crashes and is destroyed out in the desert. And there's a sandstorm that is coming and covering up all the different locations for water and for your antique flying machine. In order to get out and survive, you have to reassemble the antique flying machine to fly away. So you have to get every element and then put them together. And again, you have different levels that represent how covered the area is in sand. One of the elements that's different from this, it's different in Forbidden Desert from Forbidden Island, is that you now have sort of a survival thing going on. You have to have water because you're in a desert. So one of the roles is now a water carrier. One of the things you have to do is run over to a well and get water, and if any of your players, every player has a water level, and if they drop down too low, they will die, and then you all die. The other thing worth noting about Forbidden Desert is that it actually takes an extra player. This will go 2 to 5 players. Forbidden Island only goes 2 to 4. I took Forbidden Island and Zombie Dice to a gift exchange for Christmas. We tried to play Forbidden Island. It's a bit complicated for a party setting. It works really well if you have a small group of people who are intent on playing a game, but a lot of people in the room drinking doesn't really work for this game. You're better off with something small like probably Zombie Dice or Love Letter. I think even Sushi Go might be a little complicated once there's alcohol involved. Again, these are two of my absolute favorite games, Forbidden Island and Forbidden Desert. I hope you'll get a chance to watch the Tabletop episodes where they play these games. Again, I'll link them below. And I will see you next time.